Hello everyone. My name is Nurmalia Wahyu Utami from the Information Systems Study Program at Universitas Teknokrat Indonesia. Today, in this presentation, we will introduce the topic of information infrastructure and operational audits. These audits are very important because information systems are currently the backbone of almost all academic and administrative processes in higher education institutions. If the system is not managed properly, it can lead to service disruptions, data loss, and even security risks. Our focus is on the Academic Services Information System, SILA, which is used daily by students and staff at the University of Teknokrat Indonesia. SILA supports critical services such as creating letters, submitting fieldwork applications, paying tuition fees, uploading documents, and various other activities. Given its crucial role, SILA must always operate effectively, efficiently, securely, and in accordance with applicable policies and academic standards. The purpose of the audit is not only to identify strengths, but also to uncover weaknesses, so they can be addressed promptly. The scope of this audit covers 6 main aspects: hardware usage, the operating system running the application, the file system for storing academic data, database management to ensure accuracy and reliability, network infrastructure to maintain stable access, and finally, the technology procurement process. In the next section of this presentation, we will discuss each of these aspects in more detail.
Hello everyone. My name is Nindi Sifra Elyana, and I am also from the Information Systems Study Program at Universitas Teknokrat Indonesia. In this session, I will explain 2 important aspects of the audit of our academic information system, called SILA. These aspects are hardware and the operating system. First, let's discuss the hardware. SILA operates on a dedicated server that is physically placed in the university's data center. To ensure continuous performance, the hardware undergoes maintenance every 3 months. This includes several important activities such as cleaning the server from dust, monitoring the room temperature, and checking storage utilization. However, during the audit, it was found that some backup devices, such as the UPS and external storage, are beginning to show a decline in performance. For example, the UPS battery capacity is no longer optimal, which could impact the system's availability in the event of a sudden power outage. This means that while the main server is still reliable, the supporting devices need urgent upgrades or replacements to avoid future disruptions. Next is the operating system. SILA currently uses Windows 11 as its main operating system. In terms of security, the IT team regularly applies security patches and updates to protect the system from vulnerabilities. However, during peak academic periods such as examinations or final project submissions, updates are sometimes delayed. This decision is made to maintain system stability, since updates could potentially interrupt critical academic activities. While this approach is practical, it also creates a security risk because delaying updates gives a window of opportunity for cyberattacks or malware exploitation. Therefore, it is recommended to implement a scheduled backup server or a redundancy mechanism, so updates can still be applied without disrupting the main service for students and lecturers.
Hello, my name is Nadila, and I will explain about the file system and data management in SILA. Third, the file system. In SILA, the file system is not only about technical storage, but also about how academic documents are managed. Students are required to upload various documents such as internship or field practice reports, theses, scientific papers, and project prototypes. These files are stored systematically and associated with each student's biodata, ensuring easy access for both students and administrators. Fourth, data management. SILA is integrated with student information, including biodata, academic records, and administrative requirements such as tuition payment and official letters. The system ensures that documents and data are linked and centralized, so academic processes like thesis submission or internship approval can be monitored digitally. However, the challenge is ensuring data security and regular maintenance, so that uploaded files remain intact, accessible, and protected from corruption or loss.
Hello, my name is Rahmi Puji Lestari from the Information Systems Study Program. I will present the findings related to network and procurement. For the network, Sila operates on a gigabit LAN inside the campus and also provides VPN access for users who need to connect remotely, such as lecturers or administrators working from outside. In general, the network is stable and supports daily academic activities such as accessing student data, uploading grades, and registration. However, during peak periods, especially at the beginning of each semester when thousands of students access the system simultaneously for course registration, the performance of the network decreases significantly. Users have reported slower response times, occasional disconnections, and delays in saving data. This shows that while the infrastructure is good, there is still a need for optimization, such as load balancing, bandwidth upgrades, or cloud-based scaling solutions. Finally, procurement. The procurement of IT infrastructure in Universitas Teknokrat Indonesia is managed through a formal tender process. This procedure ensures transparency and accountability, which is very important for institutional governance. However, the drawback of this process is that it often takes too long. When urgent replacements or additional equipment are required, for example when backup servers or networking devices fail, the waiting time for procurement may delay recovery actions. This creates a risk for the continuity of academic services. Therefore, the procurement process needs improvement by maintaining transparency while also allowing for a fast-track mechanism in emergency conditions so that the availability of Sila can always be guaranteed.
Hello, my name is Putri Ramadhani. English, extended version. In conclusion, the Academic Information System, or SILA, at Universitas Teknokrat Indonesia is overall well-maintained and successfully supports academic processes such as course registration, student data management, payment records, and academic reporting. The audit shows that the infrastructure has been designated with good practices, including server monitoring, database backups, and the use of secure operating systems. However, several weaknesses still exist that may impact system performance and security. These include the twinning performance of backup hardware such as UPS and external storage, delays in uploading operating system security updates during busy periods, and the absence of routine testing for backup restoration. In addition, the database recovery process has not yet been standardized in an official SOP, the network often experiences bottlenecks during peak academic activities, and the procurement process is sometimes too slow to respond to urgent needs. Based on these findings, we provide several recommendations. First, the university should gradually replace that backup hardware and introduce new features to ensure continuity in case of failures. Second, operating system updates should be scheduled outside of peak academic activities to balance stability and security. Third, regular disaster recovery simulations must be carried out to ensure backup and restore mechanisms truly work in practice. Fourth, a documented and standardized database recovery procedure should be developed so that administrators can act quickly during unexpected failures. Fifth, network infrastructure should be upgraded, for example by increasing bandwidth capacity or optimizing traffic management, especially during periods of heavy usage such as registration. And finally, the procurement process needs to be improved by introducing a fast-track mechanism for emergency replacements, without compromising transparency and accountability. With these improvements, SILA will not only maintain its current reliability but also provide a better assurance of availability, security, and efficiency for all stakeholders within Universitas Teknokrat Indonesia.